Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Four Towers Films.
And I'm Doug218. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you good? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
And how are you guys?
How are you guys doing?
Well, we are back. We are recapping Survivor Winners at War. It's season 40, episode number 6.
And wow. All I can say is wow, what a night.
Oh my gosh.
It's like
quite a few unexpected things happened.
Ooh.
Not bad things, but unexpected. So it's like, oh, cool.
Well, and some things we finally expected, that, like we questioned why hasn't it happened, has finally
happened. So, but we'll get to that.
Well, let's get into it. So as we know, we recap, Rob has been sent to exile.
Good move, guys.
Very good move. And they receive a message on lock about there is some sort of advantage here on the island under a rock.
We're talking Edge of Extinction Island. We mean not the tribes.
Yeah.
But we need to make that clear. This is the Edge of Extinction people that got this. It's like a log that Tyson came back and it's funny. I think it was Danny was saying, "Oh my gosh, I hope it's not." No, it was Amber saying, "I hope it's not another log carrying challenge." But something about advantage being under a rock, and so they're all like scattering around looking for this rock. And it's funny, Tyson was walking along the beach and he's thinking, well, the wording of the clue basically talked about timing. And they were saying, well, the only thing that's timed here is the tides.
Yeah.
They come out and they go in. So he's thinking, wherever this is, it's somewhere along the shore.
Exactly.
So, which is smart. It's funny that nobody else thought of this, but he did. And so he's walking along and the tide's out. And he notices, he sees it.
He catches that out of the corner of his eye. But the thing is, Rob's kind of in the same general area that he is.
And he doesn't want Rob to see where he's looking, so he pretends he has to go to the bathroom.
and I love that he said a phrase I haven't heard since I was a little kid. Well, I pretended I had to turn around and tinkle.
So then, like, you see Rob starting to, I think it's Amber and maybe Danny.
Mm-hmm.
And so he actually's like, Tyson's looking and he's like, I better just grab this thing. So he reaches over and he grabs it. And it ends up being an idol nullifier.
Yes.
Which, of course, is kind of useless on Edge of Extinction. So he can send it back into the game to whoever he wants to send it to for a fire token. So who does he choose? He chooses Parvati.
Yeah.
So, of course, she's going to buy it, and she sends him fire token. So he has fire token. So, unlike, remember, Natalie's got about 3 or 4 of them by now. So
she's got bank.
He decides he's not going to bank them. He's going to buy peanut butter with it.
A big old jar of PB.
Now, he's thinking, we may never get the chance to use this. I mean, really, like idols and stuff like that are only going to be useful to whoever goes back in the game.
Exactly.
Which is true. So he's thinking, if I get calories, I can get some protein and things like that. And plus, it helps lift my spirits. So, because they know eventually they're going to be able to fight to get back into this game. So he's thinking this will help give him some longevity.
Mm-hmm.
So he bought peanut butter with it.
So while that's going on, we go to our immunity challenge.
Right. Immunity. I don't think it was reward this
immunity,
time. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Immunity / reward.
And how funny that we see Tyson get peanut butter.
Right.
The reward was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
And it's funny, Sophie guessed it.
Yeah. She's like, is
it peanut butter?
And just like, oh my God.
And it was, yeah. So remember, they're still in 3 tribes. You have Dakal, Sele, and Yara. So, and again, because Dakal has an additional member, and I think so does Sele at this point.
So both Sandra and Michelle.
Sandra, of course, sits out again, and Michelle sits out from Sele.
I believe so, yes. So Sally gets it's basically they have to. The boat has to go out and get 3 bags of rice, pull it into the boat, get it to the shore, and
through an obstacle course,
cut into these bags.
And it's interesting. One of the things that they had to do is like a big kind of like a ladder. It's a frame, where the most of the tribe has to climb over it, and about a couple of them have to get these bags through the middle of this frame in order to move on.
And these bags are packed.
And the water.
And these bags are packed tight.
Oh yeah, it's like it's rice or something.
It was rice,
and they have to get balls out of the bags.
And so they have to attack these bags, slash them open. And I'm thinking to myself, how wasteful, man! All that rice.
I know they could eat it. It's just going all over the beach.
It's going all over the beach.
Maybe it's spoiled rice.
Who
it
knows?
looked kind of brown.
So
so they get it, and it's actually the call actually was falling a little bit behind at this point, and it's actually only one team wins immunity this time. And one tribe wins immunity. The other two have to go to tribal council. They're going to vote somebody out. So it's a double vote out, double tribal council.
Yeah.
So Sele and Yara are actually in the lead. And Dakal, which is interesting because usually they're right near the beginning of like the front, but are lagging. Well, they're having a bit of trouble with getting the rice and back to shore and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of unusual for them. But
well, it was Kim and Denise that were trying to get the bags of rice up the beach.
And Denise is not, I mean, she's strong, but she's not that big of a girl.
No.
Where's the guys?
You know?
And actually one of the guys, I think it was, I forget, sorry, Jeremy maybe, went back and helped.
Well, okay, kudos, like, you see... Sorry, I have no patience for people. You see them struggling. You want to win this thing.
Well, yeah, because you're lagging way behind. Only one team is winning immunity this time. So
suck it up, guys, and
like, shouldn't you actually help?
Exactly.
You want to win immunity and reward. So then, once they get their balls, they get 3 balls.
Yeah,
and they're in a bag. They have to get out of the bag, and then it's like this puzzle, which they've done before. It's like a table puzzle. It's like a maze.
They've done it many times.
Oh, they've done it almost every season. So they have to get the ball, when they're the pulleys, and get the ball through the maze into 3 holes. So Yara basically killed it, like way ahead.
Oh my god!
Sally was pretty close to them, but it actually looked like it was at one point Sally might have won it, but in the end, actually Yara won immunity.
Well, yeah.
Which is interesting, because it's her first immunity. So, not that they've been in 3 tribes that long, but because they haven't. But Yara won immunity, so that means Sele and Dakal are going to tribal council.
Oh, God.
So then, obviously, the negotiations begin on both tribes.
So it's basically, at Sele, Poverty feels like she's...
Oh, well, she knows she's the biggest target, really.
And the crosshairs.
And Michelle's trying to help, because they become pretty close.
Yeah. But she knows she's got the idol nullifier in her pocket.
Yeah, but they don't have she can't use it.
No.
Because nobody on her tribe has immunity, so
basically...
She can't do it for the other tribe. Well, wouldn't that have been cool?
and the thing that kind of turned me off on Wendell, okay, was that he's like, with Michelle.
Right, remember, they used to date.
He goes, you give me 2 fire tokens.
No, he said it to Parvati.
Whoever.
Because he had a discussion with Michelle, though. And I find that, I don't know if you do, but I find that he kind of talks down to her. He's kind of condescending at her.
He talks down to a lot of people.
I can see why they broke up. Just saying. If he was like that in the relationship. But I think she was try to make him see, because she thought he's still, they didn't think, Parvati and Michelle didn't think that the boys would turn against each other. They thought Nick would probably be their best bet.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked, that maybe, because he understands, he sees that Wendell's kind of like that with everybody, almost like Rob in that respect. And so Michelle tried to talk to Wendell, but of course, it's very condescending. I don't know if you guys remember, he's playing a little differently than he did the first time, but he still kind of has that bit. That really hasn't changed much, I don't think.
Well, I think,
but
he, like you said, he's very condescending, and I think he's like that with a lot of people.
He seems to,
he seems to be,
because even when Parvati was trying to talk to him and maybe work out a deal, he was like, "Well, what are you going to do for me?" And blah blah. Granted, it's Survivor, but she's not coming at him rudely. But I think he kind of talked to her a little bit.
Well, there was no need of that. And then to play the thug, and say, "Hey, you give me 2 fire. Well,
you give me 2 fire tokens, and then you tell me what you want to do." Yeah. But see, he's leaving it to her to try to say who she wants out, but she didn't play that. No. She didn't say.
She's like,
and she's like, "I'm not going to give you 2 fire tokens right away because." Yeah. I could give you 2 fire tokens and you don't vote my way kind of thing. So why am I going to do that? So she didn't do it. But there's a lot of discussion about that, on that tribe.
And so while all this is going on over at the Tikal beach, Tony has suddenly gone into panic mode.
Or has he? They think he has, but he went because he does this thing he did the last time, where he stealth listens to people. If you remember when he played it last time, he did that then too. Mm-hmm. And so by where they get their water, he's got this like
bunker
thing built. So he's listening. So they think he's panicking.
Yeah.
But is he really? Or is he just kind of being stealth mode, like pretending he's gone off?
Yeah.
But he's actually eavesdropping on a lot of conversations. And so they're like, "Where's Tony?" But he's actually listening to what they're saying.
So he's worried that, Sandra and Kim are going to flip on him.
Yeah.
But
because the plan is to get rid of Denise.
So Sandra has this idea as well. You know what?
Well, Denise approached Sandra
about working
with them.
And Sandra kind of got in her head and said, I'm going to tell you this, but I will, if you say that I said this, I will deny it.
Right.
But the plan is to write your name.
Right.
But I will keep you safe for 2 fire tokens. I have an immunity idol. What Sandra doesn't realize is...
So does Denise.
Denise has one.
Right.
So it's like, I will give you an immunity idol. You choose whoever you want. Remember this. You choose whoever you want. But me and Kim, we don't touch we're not voted for.
Right.
So Denise.
And Denise said she'd do that, but she'd give 1 fire token first.
Yep.
And then the other after the vote.
Yeah.
So, and Sandra apparently agreed to it.
So. Well, they're
remember, Denise has an immunity idol already.
So there was also talk about pulling the trigger on Jeremy.
Right. Well, Denise has said, like, what would it take for you to vote Jeremy instead of me?
Yeah.
And then Sandra kind of came up with this kind of a deal.
Yeah.
But your name will get written down. But really, if you think about it, I'll give you an immunity idol. You can play it, and then whoever you vote for.
Yeah.
As long as it's not me or Kim, which really would only be Jeremy left, right? On their tribe, I think.
So, because Sandra's thinking, okay, if, I know Tony was going to...
I think we're missing Yule's on their tribe, too, sorry.
No, not on
Tikal?
Tikal.
I thought Yule's on Tikal.
He's on Sele.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Checking the notes, Yule is on Sele. But Sandra said, to the camera guy, like, around this time, Tony took the shot and took me out. I'm not against taking him out.
Him because she knows he's going to come after her.
Yeah.
It's the way the game played, right?
So,
but right now, he's thinking she's like a shield to him, and she's big threat.
Oh.
So he's going after one's big threats, but he's also wanting to leave big threats in the game. So far he hasn't mentioned her name, but she knows sooner or later
her time's up.
Her time's up, right?
Yeah. So we go to the first tribal of the night,
which is Sele.
and things just kind of kicked off, and Harvard just kicked the lid off everything and said, you tried to.
Well, because she's talking to Wendell,
yeah,
and trying maybe to work something, and she's basically trying to say she actually went to Nick and told him that Wendell said, "If you give me 2 fire tokens, I'll vote however you want."
Yeah.
So she's trying to discredit him, which is actually a good game move.
Yeah.
And Nick, he's kind of suspicious now of him. And so she did the same thing in tribal council and saying, okay, so are we going to do something? Going to do something? He goes, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And so, of course, she doesn't fall for that. But, but it's enough that people start to question him. Because remember, he's saying he's loyal to these 2 guys. Yeah. Well, now, if Parvati is saying she's obviously not going to go after Michelle.
No.
Because that's her biggest ally right now. So it obviously have to be one of the 2 guys, right?
And what's funny, while this cross banter is going on, here's Yul sitting in between the 2 of them.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so in her own way,
at this point, nobody's talked to Yul about any of these deals.
So in her own way, she's kind of caused a little dissension. So Jeff says, it's time to vote. If you have an idol, play it.
Nobody does.
No one does.
I don't think. Or they didn't play it anyway.
So it came down to Wendell got 2 votes.
Probably Michelle and Parvati.
And Parvati got voted out. So as she was leaving, like with everyone else that has left and gone to the edge of extinction.
She gave her fire token.
Her fire tokens.
Yeah, she has a few.
She has 3. She gave them all to Michelle.
Yeah.
So
now we go to Dakal.
And Dakal comes in. He questions them all about the where do you find yourself in this game at this moment? And
of course, then he's saying, she knows she's on the bottom. Yeah, of course, kind of thing. And you try to work your way in and stuff, but it's difficult, especially when because if you remember, it's mostly Dakal members, former Dakal members on Dakal. Mm-hmm. There's now Denise and I think Jeremy are the only Sele left. Yeah. So I mean, they're outnumbered, so they know they're gonna target them. So.
And so it's. There's the banter back and forth about who's the bigger player, who's the bigger threat.
Well, because at one point, Jeff asked that.
Yeah.
And Sandra says, well, people are going to possibly target the big ones, like herself, Ross and Rob, Parvati, maybe Jeremy, Tyson, and they might not think of people like Denise as threats. So, and so Denise is kind of like, okay, I understand what she's talking about.
Yeah, because, I get you.
Because when you think of, say, the big threats, the big ones in this game, it is ones like Sandra, it is ones like Boston Rob, Parvati. Yeah. When they're multiple players, they played a few times, and they've either won, like Sandra's won twice, or they've come close to winning more than once. So, that's why you would think. You don't think of someone like, yes, Denise is a winner, but she played a different game than they did, kind of thing.
Of course.
So that's why they kind of think that way.
So we get to the vote. Votes are cast. Jeff says, anyone has an immunity idol? Denise throws her hand up.
She's like, wait a minute. Can you give me a minute, Jeff?
And she's like, can you tell me, to settle my stomach, can you answer a question for me? Is this real?
And yet, it's an immunity idol. So she plays it for herself. So now all votes against her are no. Then she was, wait a minute, Jeff.
Can you give me one other minute?
Can you give me one other minute? And they're like, what? She has a second immunity idol.
And I'd like to play this for Jeremy.
So Sally is safe.
So votes are red.
Votes are red.
Denise.
They're all cast for Denise, including Jeremy. Looks like.
And then
maybe we didn't actually see all the end of the votes. At least 3 were cast for Denise.
So and
in the end, Sandra is the one who got voted out.
And she looked back, she smiled, she goes, day 16 I got last time. And
by Tony.
By Tony. And
And day 16 again.
So the queen is dead.
She's on her way to Extinction Island.
Long live the queen. And she gives her only fire token to Yule.
Which is interesting.
So how that's going to play out. How this is going to play out. And now I cannot wait to see Sandra and Rob on the same beach again.
No. Unfortunately, we don't get to see a lot of their interactions on Extinction Island. But, you get to see when they're doing challenges and stuff, but you don't really get to see a lot of their actual... we didn't get to see him reuniting with Amber or anything like that, so...
But come on, you gotta give us that. You gotta, because now he's gonna have her face to face. And she
didn't do anything to him. They weren't even on the same tribe.
But he thinks she kind of had a hand in
getting rid of
Amber. So should be interesting. But we saw in the clip, Michelle and Wendell, the tension between them still seems to be getting ramped up.
It has been since they redid the tribes.
And then Jeremy's starting to look at Tony and kind of go...
Starting to?
Really looking at him going, maybe it's time you go next.
Because now they're almost on an even keel. I think DeCall still has a bit of a numbers advantage.
Well, because they had...
I think, or is it 2-2 now? Or 3, yeah. It was 3-2 before, so now they might be even.
Yeah.
Now that they got rid of it, DeCall.
So... should be interesting to see what the next week's episode will be like.
Yeah.
Big move happened on on 2 tribes,
Got rid of 2 big dogs.
And finally we said after this long, it took them to get both of them out.
Although they move quicker than other years.
Yeah.
And of course these are all winners, so these aren't newbies. So, they all won at least once before, so...
Exactly.
The only double winner, Sandra. So, and who knows? She might get back in the game.
Well,
right? We haven't seen that yet. So,
and this is what I said when the show went off the air. I said, just be prepared if she is able to somehow get herself back into the game. All bets are off.
And a lot of it's going to depend on what the challenge is.
True.
So we'll see.
And if you remember Sandra's previous history. She will do whatever it takes. If she gets back in, she'll do whatever it takes to win.
Sure. Of course, she's already a 2-time winner. So, only a 2-time winner.
So what'd you think?
It was a very good episode. So, we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we upload every time Survivor airs. We hope you guys are staying safe through all this coronavirus and all that stuff. And as you can see, we're doing the show from here for now, just for, everything else is closed. So
we're practicing safety like
and everything else. And we hope you are too. So take care, guys. Let us know how you're doing in the comments if you want. We'll be back next week. We also do Big Brother Canada, so watch out for that for tomorrow. And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.